Do you have a lack of self-belief and it's really holding you back from starting things? Well, today I'm going to share a perspective on this from my experience. I'm going to share 3 points with you to overcome this. And if you stay until the end, I have an extra special point that's really going to complement those as well. So you can work on your self-belief. So for me, I can relate in many different areas of my life, personal and professional, with having a lack of self belief and not starting. So whether that was getting out, even getting out there as a coach, whether that was in my personal life, having the belief that I wouldn't be very good in social situations when I really used to struggle to talk to people. One example in particular that I want to talk about is Toastmasters. Now, if you don't know what Toastmasters is, it's basically a place you can go and practice your public speaking and get more confident in front of people. And people sometimes go to it because they want to improve their speeches for things like weddings, or maybe it's that they want to improve their public speaking at work, because public speaking is a huge fear for a lot of people. Maybe you can relate. I can certainly relate. It's a huge challenge for me. And when I went to Toastmasters the first time, it was like, as guests, you encouraged to stand up and just participate even for 30 seconds and say something about you and talk. Um, Basically, I I was like holding myself back. I was like, I don't have the belief that some of these confident speakers have. And the thing is, there's a very cheesy quote that goes, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And it's so, so true. The thing is, in this day and age, we're like conditioned with getting things instantly, the things we want instantly, and that doesn't happen. The things like, a takeaway or getting a quick like on your social media, those things can get instant, instant dopamine boosts. But real things are going to give you fulfillment don't come quickly. And yeah, you're going to have to take some consistent action. Now, the thing people think, though, is in order to do something they're fearful, and this is a huge misconception I used to think, and when I was in this position in Toastmasters, I was thinking, when I get a self-belief or confidence, then I'll be able to be more confident standing up and talking to people. That's the most biggest bunch of rubbish I ever told myself. You can be terrified, but if you take the action, you will feel more confident and have more self-belief afterwards, more belief in yourself. Here's the thing, self belief comes from the results you get. And how do you get results? Well, you have to take action. Like, yeah, you could do the mindset and all that thing. And, people say like they meditate, they get themselves in the right frame of mind. Whatever you got to do in the morning, that's going to set you up for the day. We're all different. Yet the only thing that's really going to build belief in yourself is if you're getting results, and you're not going to get the results unless you take the action. So that's really all I want to talk about today, and 3 ways you can really move forward a little bit of that, because you might be like, oh my God, I can't do that. And you're like, is it that simple, Johnny? Yes, it's that simple. It's not that easy, though. There's a difference between it being simple and easy, because the emotions get in the way, of course. Now, ask yourself, how's it helping you by going, that has a self-belief yet, and it's holding you back in a particular area or multiple areas in your life? I was certainly in that place until I learned that actually, to get that self-belief, you have to move forward, whether you like it or not. Okay, so here are 3 things that I'm going to suggest to you that's really going to help that self-belief, so you don't hold yourself back. So the first thing is just take small, tiny, consistent action. Maybe something every day, maybe something every couple of days, at least every couple of days, that's going to build momentum, going to build your confidence. And you're going to not base your success on the result. You're going to base it on, you can celebrate if you get a result. You're going to base it on you taking the action. This is also known as a habit, doing something regular. Just chop it down in order to do something. Like, schedule it in. Okay, so the second point is rehearsing in advance is absolutely key. And what do I mean by that? You can mentally practice something. You can visualize it in your mind, or you can practice. If you're nervous about saying a speech, why not practice it to yourself in the mirror every morning? Like when I've done like sales roles, I practice. There's nothing like the actual experience. But when you go into a call with someone, from when you're not practicing your script to when you practice what you got to say. Obviously, you want to make it as natural as possible as well. You don't want to be a robot. We won't go into sales training now, of course. Yeah, the times I've prepped, I feel so much more confident. Same as with coaching sessions. When I just like practice, like what, some of the things I may ask, some looking at the tools, all those kind of things. When I come to the session, I feel so much more confident. Right. So rehearsing something in advance is key. Like people are like, "Oh, I was really nervous when I stood up and talked today," but maybe you can anticipate that coming. You can't anticipate everything coming, but maybe you knew you had to go and give an update on the meeting, but you just left it to the meeting, even though you get nervous. Well, practicing your update in advance could really build your confidence. That's what I used to do it time and time and time again. I still do it if I've got like a big update in whatever scenario in my life as well. The third thing, and this really, really can help, if you don't believe in yourself at the start, again, it's going to come along the way. The more action you take, the more results you're going to get. And then obviously, if you've got like a coach or mentor, they're really going to guide you when you're perhaps making errors that you can't see. But the third thing is, if you don't believe in yourself at the beginning, find someone who believes in them and then model what they're doing, right? I'm a big follower of Grant Cardone, and one of his right hand man, Jared, said what he did at the start is he had no belief in his ability to go out and do sales and go out and do business. He, however, was learning from Grant Cardone, and Grant he still does have phenomenal levels of self belief in himself. So Jared just did what Grant told him to do that he'd been doing. So that would be my final one, is really start modeling someone who is good in that area. What are they doing? Make it your own, of course, but what works for them, that person with self-belief, and then start using it in your own life, because that's really going to speed it up as well. Now, I've also got a special bonus point for you as well. And this is kind of coming off the last point a little bit. What I want to say is, if you don't have self-belief, listen, you can change your, obviously the action is the key bit, but you can also change your psychology and the way you're thinking by the people you surround yourself with, and also what you're listening to on a regular basis. So start thinking about those things. How can you surround yourself with people with self-belief? Because that's going to rub off on you. If you're hanging out with people who are negative about themselves all the time, that's going to rub off on you as well. If you're listening to things that make you feel bad, that's going to rub off on you. If you make things that build up your self-belief, that's going to rub off on you. So start thinking about how you can include that more as well. So I appreciate you for being here. You're improving other people's lives by being the best you. And remember, you're in control of your own self-esteem and confidence.